welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today we're going to discuss the topic of self-mastery from outwitting the devil, which happens to be the second principle. So this is how you're going to avoid drifting, guys. Remember yesterday we discussed definiteness of purpose. Today we're talking about self-mastery. So I got to give a bit of a recap here. I was doing some research very recently, and I discovered that Napoleon Hill, the person who wrote this novel, was actually in hiding based on some other affairs that he was having. And he was scared to figure out his philosophy. And he was scared to actually do what he wanted to do, build his goals, build his empire. And the reason why is because he was operating on fear and not faith. A man named Andrew Carnegie, or Carnegie, depending on how you want to pronounce it, was the richest man in America to ever live. You might know his company now better known as J.P. Morgan, the steel company. These people that are the elite do not operate on the level of fear. They operate on faith in themselves, and that's how you actually utilize your body to its fullest potential, when you have faith. If you do not have faith and you are focusing more on your fears, you are going to attract what you fear. So that's why we are so offended by people that are what we call arrogant, confident, when they're just really just ambitious people. They're just people that understand that they have a potential and they know how to get it. And that's literally it, unfortunately. But people feel uncomfortable around those types of people because they're operating on fear and not faith. So this really gets us into self-mastery, because you have to understand what you're operating on. Choose between those two. Are you going to operate each day on faith, or are you going to operate each day on fear? And you got to make it a subconscious habit to operate on faith, because what they do with schools and with churches is they make you afraid to operate on faith. They give you faith, but then give you something to fear. And what I mean by that is, look at religion. Let's say you are a Christian. I'm not here to disrespect anybody's religion. I'm not here to change your view on the world in that sort of way. But I want you to understand one thing. When you're a kid, you are told about hell. You are told that hell is going to burn you dead for eternity if you do bad things, if you sin. You are told for holidays, for like things like Santa Claus for Christmas, that if you do bad things, it's going to give you coal in your stockings or whatever. These are all things to make you focus more on the what if this goes bad, more so than on what if this goes good. With school, it's the same thing. You should be focused on learning, but you're more focused on your grades. When you're focused on your grades, you're focused on doing well. And what's your main focus on? Not doing bad. Why don't you want to do bad? Because your parents are going to be mad at you. You're going to be mad at yourself. It's going to lower your self-esteem. Fear is not something you want to operate within, and that's what we are actually trained to do. Am I saying this is some big conspiracy thought, like plot that wants us to behave in this matter? No. But I do believe that that's how it is. And unfortunately, we have to reprogram our brains so that we can master ourselves and not look at things that we fear, and more so look at things that we have faith in, which can only be ourselves. The only thing that you can actually control is your own mind. And that's what Napoleon Hill is trying to get across with all of his books. They all have the same exact topic. Control the mind, and you control your reality. Control the mind, you control matter. Control the mind, you control your destiny. There's no other way to put it. All these self-help books, that's all they're doing, is they're saying the same thing in different sequences. When I go into numerology for you guys, I'm trying to give you guys a more deeper aspect of what your deeper self may be, what the other self may be, the spiritual side of yourself. And now I'm bringing you to the mental plane, where I'm talking about psychological things like self-help books. The reason I bridge between these two is because I think they are one and the same. They are both a science trying to figure out why we are here. Now, I don't think we have predetermined destinies. I think that we have life paths that tell us what will naturally be attracted to us in circumstances, just like I talk about in the life path videos. But then this, I want you to utilize things like outwitting the devil and Think and Grow Rich to actually get what you want financially and in other places like relationships. Because when you have a very, very clear vision of what you want in your future, your brain then automatically starts focusing on that. Now you're going with faith and not fear. Okay? The next step for self-mastery is this, is discipline. Meaning all of us have urges, whether they drink, smoke, it might be sexual, it might be ego, like just showing off, talking too much, expressing our opinion when it's not really there, like there's nothing to really back it up, doesn't have substance. These are things that people naturally do. There's also eating habits. These are all urges. This is now the body, the human self. You got to make sure you control this body. Your brain controls this body completely. This is your machine that you utilize to get what you want in this physical realm. If you understand that you need to use your body as a tool and not let your body control you. 90% of people let their body control them. Why they fail. Control your urges. That should be your first step. The 3 that they talk about in Outwitting the Devil is your eating habits, expressing false opinions, and your sexual urges. Control those 3, nothing can stop you. All the other ones are going to be easy to subside once you control those. Alright guys, so that's it for self-mastery. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you have any questions about it whatsoever, please let me know. Like and subscribe. Holla at me. That's it.